Some questions that I always ask myself when I'm asked to lead worship is, number one, who is the audience? And it may sound like a very simplistic question, but when your pastor asks you to lead worship, ask yourself, who's the audience? You need to understand your church audience. If I'm asked to lead worship at a conference, and I go in there thinking that it's a youth conference where the kids are going to be rocking, and I get out there and I see all these gray hairs and older folks, I better change my song list in a hurry because it's not going to connect with those people. You got to know who your audience is. Is it young? Is it old? If you're asked to lead worship for a Valentine's banquet, don't think that you're going to lead them into this deep time of worship, this powerful worship moment. Probably people aren't going to go there with you. So I found if I ask these questions ahead of time, it doesn't disturb me and get me a little off my step when I get in an environment that, oh my gosh, I didn't expect this to be all old people. So it's good to ask these simple questions. Who is your audience? And pick your music according to the audience. I was asked to lead worship for a men's conference at this Methodist church, a Methodist men's conference, and it was a Saturday morning. A couple hundred guys were there. And I think most of them wanted to be out on the golf course, but their wives made them go to this men's conference. And of course, Don Moen is leading worship. And the worst thing that I could have done to these Methodist men is say, "Everybody stand up and let's begin to worship." Those guys were sitting out there. They were looking at me like this, and they already had decided they don't like Don Moen. And they don't like worship, and they're just waiting for me to prove how much they don't like me. So the worst thing I could have done is say, let's all stand. But I got up at the piano, and I think I did. I started, without any introduction or anything, I said, think about his love. Think about his goodness. Think about his grace that's brought us through. And I could just kind of almost feel the guys, okay, I still think I hate him, but not quite as much now. And, you could just kind of, you could sense them relaxing because they were all prepared for Don Moen to do this worship leader thing. So, again, understand your audience. And if you will, you're going to gain the right to take them to a deeper place in worship.